I'm about to saute some mushrooms. I've peeled the mushrooms so that the skin from the outside's off, and I've gutted them and trimmed them up nicely. So what I do now is just slice them, not too thin, but thin enough that they're easy to cook and add to other dishes. This is just something I do with my mushrooms before they spoil. That way I can use them on pizza, I can use them in sauces, I can use them in some of my meat dishes, or just as a vegetable on the side. And in my pot, I have some crushed garlic with a really good garlic press. I got this from the dollar store, and it's really easy to use. I just add some garlic in it, which, by the way, I store my garlic in just a jar. I peel them all, buy a bunch of it, peel it, and keep it in the fridge so that I don't have to worry about peeling it when I need it. And of course, you can see this amazing garlic press. Really cheap, but it works really well. So look at that, it just presses it right out. I use the knife to cut it all off, and I open it and scrape it out with whatever else is in there. And that's it. Now I'm gonna use my heat on the stove. Not too high, but high enough for it to melt and saute and start working on it right away. The ghee that I use, you can buy it at the store or you can make it yourself. We can go into that another time. But this is how I prep my mushrooms. Just waiting for the stove to heat up. And then I just saute them with a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit, even though there's lots of garlic in there, they taste amazing with the garlic. Most things do. And some seasoning salts. And maybe a little pepper if you like pepper or if you like your food spicy. So this is quite a bit of mushrooms, but they shrink, so it won't look like this by the time they're cooked. Okay, now that my stove's gotten going and the ghee's all melted out, you can also use cooking oil if you want. I mean, I don't use a lot of cooking oil when I do use cooking oil if I have no ghee, but it does give it a really nice flavor when you're using the ghee. I also put a little bit of seasoning salt. This is garlic salt, just regular garlic salt. I don't even really measure, just sprinkle enough on there that, you know, it'll give it a nice little taste and flavor when I'm cooking it. I usually do 2 batches because I have to wait till the mushrooms start to shrink. And if I need a little bit more oil or ghee, I just add it to it as it dries out because I don't want to burn them. Make sure the stove isn't too high. I like it around 6-7, just to keep it more like a fry, a stir fry in that way. And while it's doing that, I add a little bit of pickled pepper, just chili pepper flakes, not too much because some people don't like a lot of pepper. And I also have a vegetable mix because it just adds a little more flavor to it. Just sprinkle a bit and a teeny weeny bit of seasoning salt, even though there's garlic salt there. And like now, how it's coming down in a nice little way like this. You can choose to keep it like this and turn the stove down a little bit more to be able to have it saute a little bit better. If you like it a little bit on the wet side, because you want it more saucy-like, you can cover it with a pot cover, or you can add just a little tiny bit, maybe a tablespoon or less of the regular cooking oil that you would normally use. This doesn't require a lot of ingredients, it's just sauteing mushrooms. You can add onions to it, which gives it a little more moisture as well, and a nice flavor too. Now that it's coming down quite a bit, I just add more mushrooms. I don't have to add more seasonings because I'm very generous with my seasoning. And just scrape it all in there now that I have the room, and just keep working it. It's really a fast, simple dish. This is great over pasta. Even if you don't have a sauce with your pasta, it's also great as a side dish. Or you could use just plain rice. If you're a vegetarian and you like mushrooms, this is a really good way to do it really quick. Even if you're not a vegetarian and you just want something a little bit different with a little kick to it, this would be perfect. So it cooks maybe in 5, maximum 10 minutes. The prep time is about 10 minutes, and that's it. And that's just a start. So thank you for cooking with me today. My name is Cece, And this is my kitchen. So let's call it Cece's Kitchen. How about that? All right. Well, that's it for now. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. You can dress it up with whatever you want, and it'll look amazing and taste even better. All right. As you can see, the mushrooms are ready now. I'll just turn the stove off and plate it on the dish. I did just a little presentation on the plate here, just to show you that you can make anything look good. And hey, if it's appetizing to the eye, it's definitely appetizing to the mouth. So you just put it like that. You can add pasta to this and you have a fantastic healthy meal, not only for your little kitties, but for all you single dads out there, single moms, or just first time students who are away from home wanting to learn how to cook simple and easy. And as you can see, the mushroom uses up all the ghee and a little bit of the cooking oil I added to it, and you have a beautiful dish. Let's sample this, and I'm sure you will love it because it looks amazing, and I know for a fact that this is delish. So that's it from Cece's Kitchen. Thanks again for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bon appetit. It's amazing.